Winner of the 2024 Texas Regional Radio Music Awards Internet Radio Station of the Year.
Uvalde Radio.
UvaldeRadio.net. We are live at Broadway 830 at 100 East Main Street, downtown Uvalde, featuring the rising stars of Texas music. We call it Friday Night Live, and I'm your host, Robert Miguel. With me all the way from Grapevine, Texas, it's the Mojo Brothers.
Hey, Robert.
The Mojo Brothers, the Mojo Brothers Band, Mojo Bros. I mean, what do you guys like to be called?
Mojo Brothers Band.
Mojo Brothers Band, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Now, is it the or just Mojo?
I think we just go with Mojo
Brothers Band most of the time.
Mojo Brothers Band.
That's what the website is, and all the social media and all the DSPs and all that. It's Mojo Brothers Band.
All right, very good. So let's go ahead. Now, there's three of you guys here tonight.
Yes.
All three performing?
No.
Okay,
just
cool.
The two of us.
All right.
And Clay Mitchell is one of our writers.
Oh, no way. Very cool. That's a treat.
Yeah.
Well, he's from San Antonio, so he decided to come over.
Oh, that's nice. So hop, skip, and a jump from here then. Very good.
Yeah.
All right. So guys in the band, introduce yourselves. Tell us what you do in the Mojo Brothers Band.
Well, I'm Eric Harris, and I am the lead vocalist in acoustic guitar.
And I'm Mark Thomas, and lead guitar player and backup vocals.
And we left
I'm Clay Mitchell, songwriter.
Nice, man. Okay, so you guys got your own songwriter. That's kind of cool, man.
Yeah.
So you guys are in Grapevine. He's in San Antonio.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and get this out. Let's talk about this then. How does that collaboration work? Is it all digital, media? Do you guys get together and jam? Is it old school or is it new school?
So it's both.
Okay.
So, Clay and I were college roommates a long time ago at Stephen F. Austin.
I'm sorry, Clay.
Yeah.
and they're still friends.
How was that revolving door? Oh, my goodness.
So that's why he's over here, not on the mic.
That's awesome.
But so we've done Zoom calls, and sometimes it's just on the phone, So we go, and then we'll do it in person as well. He'll come up for a day, and we do that. And then Eric writes on his own as well, too. So we just started collaborating, all three of us, on some stuff. So it's, all different ways.
So now the Mojo Brothers Band, you guys have other members as well, too, right?
Yeah, bass player and drummer.
Go ahead and give them a shout out. Tell me who they are.
That's Bob Landis is our bass player. He's out of Waxahachie, Texas, and Brian Cooterbach is our drummer. He's in Ovilla, Texas.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, so we're real spread out in the Metroplex.
And Ovilla and Waxahachie are pretty close, so they can
And I'm
probably
in
jam
Granbury.
together.
He's in Grapevine. So
Wow.
we kind of say Fort Worth is our area because our wagons kind of circle
where we
around.
mostly play.
Very good. All right, cool. So, I mean, if you're not from North Texas, then you have no idea where any of these places are, really.
Correct.
So,
Yes. Correct. Yeah.
Now, and again, you got your songwriter in San Antonio.
Yeah.
Is it mostly the two of you guys with songwriter, or how does the actual crafting of the songs and the fleshing out, or is that a full band effort kind of thing when everybody
It's
gets together?
mostly like Eric writes songs all by himself, and then we'll kind of work on we'll bring it to the band, work on the arrangement, tweak it, work on all the parts, put other melodies to it, stuff like that. And then some of them we just play just like he does them.
Clay's a big writer and
lyricist, and I write the music.
He's does the melodies mostly.
Cool.
For their arrangement.
So it sounds like it works out pretty well for you guys. All have your strengths, and it comes together for a pretty cool thing.
It gives us a ton of material.
Now, Eric, you say you've done this for a while, right? Before?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so go and give me your individual backstories in music, real quick, if you don't mind.
Well, I started out like many people do in church, with Mama singing. So gospel quartets was a huge thing of mine.
It's a great foundation, by the way. I love hearing that. I hear that a million times, but I love hearing it every single time.
But singing was always my forte. I never was a huge musician, but over the last 10, 15 years, I've been a freelance vocalist online, doing a lot of stuff for like Fiverr.com, several sites, but Fiverr mainly, where they would hire me online to do vocal work for them. And that's how Mark ended up finding me.
Now, was that vocal work singing, or is that like speaking also?
Singing.
Wow.
Yeah.
I really didn't realize you could do that kind of online, and that's crazy.
Well, I recorded some of my own stuff using nothing but online musicians, and we all just collaborate together.
Just have an online demo.
People
just find you and just wow.
You never see anybody. They just send you the part, and you send them a click track. They send you the part. You master it the way you want it. I sent it to a guy in Australia to mix and master. And all of these people I found on these sites.
Now, are these like jingles, or are they like vocals
songs
to go on top of people that are writing studio musicians and need a vocalist to wow.
But you get people from all over the world that want you to do music or do vocals for their songs. And I even had one lady that hired me to teach her pronunciation on English because she was trying to learn English, and literally wanted me to check out her speaking voice and correct her on what she was saying right or wrong. So.
Now, do they hire you because you have a certain texture, a certain sound to your voice?
Yeah. Many of the people that are looking for freelance vocalists, they you have your site up and they can hear your voice and they
okay.
That's your advertisement.
So what is your bio? Is it like sounds like ZZ Top, sounds like this?
Exactly.
Okay.
Steven Tyler. Yeah. You can pretty much hear my voice and it's pretty country.
Yeah, there you go. Right.
So when they're looking for something more traditional sounding, that's where my voice lies.
Okay, now Mark, give me your background. I know you dabbled back in your radio career, but
yes, yeah. So growing up, a ton of musicians in our family. My uncle's an opera singer, went over to Germany at 18 and never came back. And then on my mom's side, my other uncle played the piano. My mom sang, and so we just grew up, with music lessons, learning how to play everything, and so the guitar stuck. I went through band all through high school, playing the trumpet, playing the tuba, all that. So I know how to read music. And
I don't understand why we didn't have any tall, handsome band guys, back when I was in school. Yeah. It would have been a game changer for me and my people.
And I went out to L.A. For about 3.5 years before I went into radio.
Wow.
And did the hard rock scene and all that, and starved to death. And
did you have long hair? Were you pulling out?
Wow. Yeah. I should bring some pictures to you. Yeah,
that's
I did.
Cool. That's
absolutely.
Awesome.
And so came back with the intent of I'll just get a job to make some money so I can eat for a little bit, and then get back out there. And so got into radio in Dallas-Fort Worth in sales, and that's where you and I worked together for a long time. And then I was just doing like cover band stuff, still writing.
But best of both worlds. I mean,
yes.
You're in radio. You're still living the rock and roll. There's a little rock and roll lifestyle in radio.
Absolutely.
Especially during that heyday. Yeah,
during the heyday. Yeah, we had a lot of fun.
I got some stories. Yeah,
that's
for
right,
sure.
For
Very
sure.
Cool.
And so then, finally. Had some more time on my hands because my kids got a little older, and I was like, I have all this material and stuff, and was in a good band and wanted to start doing my own stuff, and the other guys really just wanted to keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
And so found him, and he's a songwriter. It's like I need to find someone else just besides me. Well, first of all, he and I started writing the songs, and I was like, oh, these are pretty good. He started putting lyrics to all my guitar stuff, and then he had a bunch he had already written. And so I put music to that, and so that created a library. And I was like, I need someone else. I need like a vocalist because I'm a guitar player.
Right.
I'm not a lead vocalist. And so then Eric came along, and he said the same thing. Hey, I'm a writer. That's what I want to do. I want to put out music.
Did you guys meet online, flyer, in person? How'd that come around?
He found one of my profiles. Again,
what's it called?
Bandmix.com. I didn't even realize. I didn't even remember having that profile.
That's awesome.
Because you just put stuff out there to advertise yourself. And he sent me a message through that, and I got this email one day going, "Hey, you have a message on bandmix.com." And I said, "I do."
You're like, "What's that?"
And I said, "Oh, I do have a profile there." And he said, "Hey, I'm in Grapevine, and we're looking for a lead vocalist." And so I called him back, and the rest is history. We've been doing this.
So what was that audition or that first jam session like?
You really want to know? It was basically here's about 4 of our songs. Just trying to learn them a little bit and come out to my house. And we'll just see if we mesh, And we sat there for...
We called about 10 dudes, about 10 guys, and I knew right away.
We sat there for about an hour, and he goes, "Okay, cool, man, I'm vibing with it. You want to do this?" I said, "Yeah, I dig it, man." He said, "Cool, we got a radio show in about 4 days."
We did.
We literally...
That sounds just like Mark.
They literally said, cool, we got a radio show in 4 days, and they said we need like 9 songs, and it's a Rattlesnake Ballroom in Walnut Springs, and let's do this,
He's like, what?
Okay, so obviously, chemistry worked out musically, but what about personally? Did you have to hang out together, have a few beers, do some shots? What was that all like, and is that still an ongoing process, I guess?
It's just, we just have a lot of fun. We have so much in common musically, and it's funny because we really have some different backgrounds. I mean, I'm your blue collar, plain vanilla, truck driver, oil field, heavy equipment operator. I've done a lot of the, I'm even today we own a business in town, and it's a hands-on.
Wow.
So some of the other guys in the band are just kind of turn their head with some of the things that I say, but we have a great time. Everybody just has we just meld really well together.
All of us are really good friends now.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is. So it blends well, and we all have families, and so we take the music pretty seriously. But it's such an outlet, and we're playing a ton, so it works out great. Personality-wise, it's you have to have that.
Yeah, you do, right?
You have to be a family and get along.
Yeah. Mark and I are blessed that we both do our own thing.
I mean, in a way, it's like a four-way marriage, which I mean, it's hard enough to have a two-way, right?
Right.
We were talking to one of the guys this morning, but we're blessed to both work for ourselves, so we can try to make arrangements to come down here, spend a whole day down here.
Yeah.
But the other guys, unfortunately, are still working their jobs, so it's
you know how it is.
Do that.
Yeah,
all the time.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, I didn't say this because we kind of jumped right in, but thank you guys again for making the trip.
Yes,
I mean,
you're
welcome. Thanks for
it
having
is not
us.
just it's a bit of a trek, so we do appreciate you guys. First, it's the first time in Uvalde for you guys, or
it is.
Wow.
Yes,
well, welcome to Uvalde. So,
thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
We're
that.
happy to have you guys. Let's go into your song. We've been talking for a while.
Yeah.
And let's go into your current single, and we'll come back out and talk about it. But we got a couple of other songs lined up as well too. So this one's called "Drink This Bar Out of Beer Tonight," and that's what's going to happen tonight. $4 pints here at Broadway 830. Mojo Brothers Mojo Brothers Band performing tonight, at least part of them, on the patio. So it's a free show, just some great Texas music. Y'all check this out. If you like what you hear, come out and see us live tonight at Broadway 830. This is UvaldeRadio.net.
It's been a long week and I'm building up a powerful thirst. I'm in a race with a Texas on to see who's gonna go down first. I got a pocket full of money and I'm picking up a honey and we're headed to the county line, where we can be neon fools on bar stools and party to our own cloud nine. We're gonna drink this bar out of beer tonight. If you ain't too proud to get a little loud, you know we just might, cause the band's firing up and it sounds like they're gonna be tonight. So bring another round, I'll be alright. We're gonna throw them back to the roll out of sight, till the rain doesn't lift on tap at Bud Light. We're drinking this bar out of beer tonight. We're the girls on the dance floor making my heart beat fast. So look at here, I need another beer. So pour me up another glass, cause I'm a man on a mission to lose inhibitions, and baby, I'm ready to go. So let's knock off the rust, kick up some sawdust, and dance until the rooster crows. We're gonna drink this bar out of beer tonight. If you ain't too proud to get a little loud, you know we just might, cause the band's firing up and it sounds like they're gonna be tonight. So bring another round, I'll be alright. We're gonna throw them back to the roll out of sight, till the rain doesn't lift on tap at Bud Light. We're drinking this bar out of beer tonight. Sounds like they're gonna be tight. So bring another round, I'll be alright. We're gonna throw them back to the roll out of sight, till the rain doesn't lift on tap at Bud Light. We're drinking this bar out of beer tonight. Yeah, we're gonna drink this bar out of beer tonight. If you ain't too proud to get a little loud, you know we just might, cause the band's firing up and it sounds like they're gonna be tight. I'll be alright. We're gonna throw them back to the roll out of sight, till the rain doesn't lift on tap at Bud Light. We're drinking this bar out of beer tonight. Yeah, bring another round, I'll be alright. We're gonna throw them back to the roll out of sight, till the rain doesn't lift on tap at Bud Light. We're drinking this bar out of beer tonight.
UvaldeRadio.net. This is Friday Night Live. I'm Robert Miguel. We're live at Broadway 830, 100 East Main Street, downtown Uvalde. It is the place to be for some great live Texas music. That's Mojo Brothers Band. Drink this bar out of beer tonight. That's just a fun song, guys.
Just a fun song.
So who came up with that?
I did.
All right.
Yeah.
And so give me the inspiration. How that song come together for you guys?
Oh, man, I'm not too sure. When you're a songwriter, and Clay knows this, you pick up anything that's coming down the pike. It comes through and filters through your head, turned into something. Well, I like to run. I like to run and jog, and it was right about the time that a certain beer maker that we all know had a little snafu.
Right.
And I was thinking about that, and I was running, and then it just the melody kind of came to my head, and drink this bar out of beer tonight, and then I started putting the lyrics together, and then a certain line came in about that, and that made me laugh while I was running. And it was just
I love that line, by the way. Yeah, I haven't had one since then. Just so you know, I'm just like, just lost my taste for it. You know what I mean?
A lot of people did.
Yeah. But anyway, it was just a song about having a good time, going out. There was a time when we were younger where you talked about going out and being politically incorrect. Let's go out and just have a good time, tie one on, and woohoo, but now you're kind of can't do that a whole lot, or you can't express that. So I was like, well, I'm going to write about it. So.
Well, it's such a kind of rowdy. I mean, it really sounds like a kind of a bar brawling, good time and song,
Yeah.
So musically, you guys did really well on that. What was it like? I guess putting the arrangement together and then I guess recording in the studio. What was all that experience like?
It's funny. It's when we do that because we all get together and start practicing it, and Mark's pretty much does 99% of the producing. He gets in his head and how he thinks something ought to sound, and then we all sat in there and we're like, well, hey, let's do this. Well, let's make it down. Like I have the general melodies already for my songs, and then Mark pretty much takes that and says, okay, well, in order to do that, we need to do this, and then
like cut the chorus in half.
Cut the chorus in half, or
put it up front.
We do that one part. Let's go.
Now, Mark, tell me this, because I think this is a valid question. You spent a long time in rock radio.
Yes.
I mean, and even though you were in sales, there's a lot of, you deal with a lot of program directors and music directors, and you absorb, well, like I was in programming for most of my life, but I absorbed a lot of sales knowledge just by being in the same building.
Yeah, dealing with clients.
Do you find yourself that radio career brings something a little extra?
Absolutely. You know what really helps in songwriting is producing commercials. You have to phrase their advertisers what they're going to say to make it flow in a 30 or a 60.
Right.
And you have to do the same thing with a song. The song has to have a start, a middle, and an end. You have to take them down the road and finish.
Right.
And let them feel that with the changes.
And then we try to do that within that 3.5 minutes.
And you've got to start it to where they're going to finish it. They're going to get to the end of the 30 or the 60 and not tune out.
Correct.
Same way a song is. You want to make if they're going to start at the beginning, you don't want them to turn the dial or turn it off in the middle of it. So
keep them. Yeah,
that's some good science there, man. That's good stuff. I love that. But it's a great fun song, and that is the current single. How's that treating you guys?
It's doing real well. Yeah. People love it when we play it live. They dance to it, and that's what it is. It's just a really good live, fun song. We almost put out a different one for radio, but we had. Everyone was like, you know what? Because we had recorded 3 at that one time. They were like, we like that one the best. You never know which one people are going to like, so that's why we put that one out. So it's working out really well.
Well, we enjoy playing it. I'm happy to see it kind of flying up the Texas charts. So it sounds great on the air. It's one of those songs that when I hear it come on, and I say this all the time, it's one thing to be a program director, but whenever you yourself hear a song, that you kind of I'm going to put the song on the radio, and then it comes on, and you're happy, you're tapping your toes, singing along. It's like then you're doing it right because you're happy too. Because I'm a customer too.
Yes. Right.
So let's talk about Clay. We have a couple other songs. I'm a Wannabe and Women, Cars, Guns and Guitars. Are any of these yours, Clay?
Yes.
Well, which one do you want me to play next? Let's talk about that one.
Let's do I'm a Wannabe.
Okay, so I'm a Wannabe. That's the first single, right?
That's the second one.
The second one, okay. So that's second release to radio. And Clay, give us the background on I'm a Wannabe. How did that come to you?
Well, I was sitting around with my wife by the pool and just talking about different people, and then Mark called.
Yeah. And said, I want a song like this, I want a song like this, and he said Wannabe.
He goes, something
it to
about
be.
you're a wannabe. I said, you sound like a wannabe.
Yeah.
And I said, I think I'll write a song called Wannabe.
Yeah.
And so I just came up with the lyrics, and he already had some pretty good riffs, and
That's
it
when
just
it
all
started
came
with the music.
together.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Mark, why the, I guess, subject of wannabe? What was the inspiration of?
I
Want
was
to go there?
saying
Come a
I
little
want-
closer there, too.
Yeah. I was saying, like, I want it up tempo. I want it to be about a relationship. The guys wanting to give up the nightlife and commit to his girl.
Right.
And it's definitely a two-step dancer. Up tempo song, and so. And then I kept saying, I want it to be this, I want it to be that, I want it to be this. And then he said, wannabe.
That's awesome.
I want to be.
Yeah.
And so Clay, how much do these guys change the songs once you give them to? Well, is that a process? Are you ever like, guys, you're ruining it, or where do you find a happy medium? How does that all play out?
That's always going to come up sometimes. But some of the original songs I wrote, like "Can't Stand the Way I Like to Live," that got changed a little bit. I've written like 4 versions of some songs. But it's what makes the team work, because I hear songs in my head, and I start singing them and writing them, and then, in 3 or 4 days I got a song, and then I'll sing it to them, and then they start playing with it, and then next time I hear it, this word that I really liked, they changed it.
It doesn't sound anything like
that's the way writers are.
But and that's what musicians are. I mean, they interpret it. So I think it's interesting that you guys you have this partnership. And not to get too you don't have to answer this at all. But legally, licensing wise, is there's a lot of legalese between you guys, or is it easy peasy casual kind of agreement?
Easy peasy casual.
Because I'm sure you guys are making a ton of money off the songs, but let's just say this thing blows up, and you guys are sharing songs and writing credit and everything. Have you guys kind of figured out how that'll play out?
Yeah,
if you guys become the next big
we
thing?
just do 50-50.
Split it down.
Kind of a Lennon McCartney kind of vibe there.
Yeah. And then when he writes his, he writes his.
I write mine, and I'm sure we're all going to be putting stuff together off and on.
Yeah.
Well, let's go and get the song. It's called I'm a Wannabe. This is Mojo Brothers Band again performing tonight here Friday Night Live at Broadway 830 with UvaldeRadio.net.
Baby, that's okay. I wanna be loving on you for the rest of my days, yeah. I chased all the girls, wanted all the money. Now the hound dog's gone, I'm a bear for you, honey. 'Cause I wanna be with you. They say I've gone crazy, but they don't know how I feel. They see me riding shotgun in your Cadillac automobile. Now the tables have turned, I'm a well-kept man. They say I'm getting burned 'cause I've got no plan. I'm a wannabe, you're the one for me. I'm a wannabe, baby, that's okay. I wanna be loving on you for the rest of my days, yeah. Chased all the girls, wanted all the money. Now the hound dog's gone, I'm a bear for you, honey. 'Cause I wanna be with you. Now I got a nice house and a pool with a waterfall. I got a sweet man cave where the boys come and watch football. Well, I open the doors and I carry her purse. I rub her feet when she says that they hurt. I don't wanna be, ain't got no shame. Now don't be jealous, boys, don't be rude. When you get your girl, you'll feel the same way too. And then you'll see how much I wanna be can be cool. bright new shiny truck. Now my buddies all saying to me, what's with your love? So I cooked them a steak in my outdoor kitchen. I had to kick them out, they were drunk and a bitchin'. I'm a wannabe, 'cause they wanna be me. Yeah, I'm a wannabe, maybe that's okay. I wanna be loving on you for the rest of my days, yeah. I chased all the girls, wanted all the money. Now the hound dog's gone, I'm a bear for you, honey. I'm a wannabe, 'cause they wanna be me.
It's UvaldeRadio.net. This is Friday Night Live. We're coming at you live from Broadway 830 at 100 East Main Street, downtown Uvalde. You know the place. We do it every Friday evening, and we feature the rising stars of Texas music. That's Mojo Brothers Band out of Grapevine, Texas, and it's good to have you guys all the way down here in Uvalde, man. I'm so tickled that you guys finally made it, man. So
yeah, thanks for having us.
And so that song, I'm a Wannabe, that was, you said, the second?
That was the
second single to radio, which means we got one more left.
Yes.
Women, Cars, Guns, and Guitars. Yeah, that's the first one we played. Okay.
Yes.
So that was fun. That was the first song that actually you guys presented to radio.
Yes.
And what first of all, when did you guys decide, hey, we're in a band, we're going to record, and not only that, we're going to push our stuff to Texas radio, try to get this stuff on the charts, get some some attention?
So we were recording. It was at the very end of 22 is when we first started doing it, and so we recorded about 4 songs. And you remember J.D. Ryan, correct? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it kind of happened real quick. I just sent him to him because he's an old friend of mine. He did a bunch of endorsement spots for me and stuff like that, and we've kept in touch. And he just like texted me and said, hey, I hope you don't mind. I sent it to this one guy named Mike Crow down in Waco, and he said he's going to play it. And and awesome. I was like, oh wow, okay. He says he's going to play one of them. He really likes that Women, Cars, Guns, and Guitars, and so I talked to Mike. He's like, hey, you need to get a radio promoter, yada yada yada, and it happened like that. Wow. That's how it happened. So we weren't really setting out to do that. It just kind of on its own through JD, just kind of sending it on its way.
And then I think you went with Dave, right?
Yeah, we went with Dave
big
Smith.
Guy, right
out of the bat. Yeah, and that's another thing is I didn't know anybody, didn't know all the radio promoter stuff and all that, and so it was recommended to me through another musician. That song went 29 on his chart and 50 on TCMA.
Wow.
Yeah.
For debut single. That's great.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So.
And hey, by the way, we're thinking about Dave. Dave, he had some health issues, but I guess he's up and around.
Yeah, that's what I hear. So God bless
Dave,
him.
if you're listening, we love you, man.
Yeah.
So you guys have been doing the radio thing for, now I saw you.
Yeah.
We reconnected at the TCMAs,
yes.
which aren't even Dave's awards or the other, I don't want to say competitors, but the other ones.
It was 2 or 3 years ago.
2 or 3 years ago. I forget. It was something like that.
Yeah.
But it's been a minute.
Yeah.
And you were just getting into it, right? You were like, hey, I got a new thing. And,
right.
And I don't think you even knew that I was doing this Texas radio thing. Yeah.
Right.
So
yeah.
Really cool, man. It's been
Great
really
to
cool.
reconnect.
Yeah,
Yes.
It really has been. It's been cool seeing you guys do this thing. And I did have a question, Mark, just for you, because we go back.
Sure.
So we used to work at the Eagle, home of the late great Russ Martin.
Yes.
Everybody knows Russ Martin had the Russ Martin Band.
Right.
Did you ever jam with Russ ever?
I did jam with him a couple times at his house, and I was just so busy. He wanted me to be in the band, and then the politics of the radio station, all that stuff. I was like, I don't know if I should do that being in sales, but I did actually go over there and play with him a few times.
That's awesome. What is that? Were they actually pretty? I can't imagine they were a disciplined band at all.
No. There's a lot of heavy drinking going on, and he had a few good players over there, you know. So it was really just all for fun.
I've just kind of always wondered if you guys, because again, you're a musician, and I know Russ had his band, and of course, I thought, man, at some point, Right. So I thought at some point maybe you joined him on stage or jammed with him at some point. So you answered my question there. That's good. So so before we get into women, cars, guns, and guitars, that's out. It's a hard thing for DJs to say, by the way. Let's talk about Mojo Brothers as far as what you guys are up to. You guys doing any radio touring? Do you try to get out on the scene more? What's the plans?
Yes, we've. This is probably about the 20th station that we've done for this song. Yeah, over the past couple of months. Don't you say about that many? Yeah.
Wow.
And we've got a few more in June that we're going to do, but we also have some big shows. Like tomorrow night, we're going to be in Oklahoma. We're in Ardmore, Oklahoma, and then we are at Matagorda Bay, June 15th. And so then we have 3 more songs we're going to finish on June 24th and 25th in the studio. Then we're going to release a 17-song compilation probably at the end of August. And so, a lot of them we've been sitting on for a while. Haven't released yet. And it's like, we just thought, let's just put them all out in a compilation. We want to put it on vinyl, stuff like that, get ready for fourth quarter. So we can come to you and go, here you go, and let you have them all. And then we can continue releasing the songs that haven't been released one by one, a month at a time, and do the radio thing with a few of them as well.
So tell me, as far as getting out and kind of shaking hands and kissing babies and meeting all these radio DJs that are playing your music, any highlights, any cool memories you've made so far, any takeaways? Fun stories?
It's been such a blast. We've had, like you, we have a handful of guys that, really support us, and that's been fantastic. We have Waco, Mike Crow, and then we have Buzz, Texas. KNES. And we just met Rudy Fernandez in Abilene. He was real cool to us. So just the experience to be on this side of it.
Have you gone to see JB Cloud yet over in Abilene too? Is JB?
I have not yet. Okay. We'd love to.
We need to hook up with those guys. Yeah,
absolutely,
that's awesome.
Absolutely.
How about like the cities? I mean, I know you guys are probably been around Texas, but I mean, you get to go to a lot of these Texas country stations, especially, are in smaller markets, mid-sized to small.
Comanche and Marshall.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure. I'm sure you're going to hit a lot of cities, and they all have their kind of unique character. I mean, Texas is a big state, and it's so different no matter where you go. Give us some like highlights of some interesting things you've learned across the miles.
We were. That's what I was thinking about. We had to meet up, and we were actually in 2 separate vehicles. Mark and I went to Abilene, and then we're getting on GPS trying to figure out where we were going to go and say, okay, we did Abilene, now we've got to go to Comanche. So we pull out of this station, drive down a mile, take a right, and it says, stay on this road for 98 miles. And we get on this road, and it's like a straight line from Abilene to Comanche, and there's nothing.
Right,
now there was a couple of little towns, Star or something or other was one little
stop
town,
sign.
But you just, he called me on the phone and said, "Hey, man, this road is just straight as an arrow." And then there was another time we were on another road trip.
I was going to run out of gas. I was out of gas, and we were in the middle of nowhere.
He was in the Sequoia.
Yeah,
and we're going down the road, and I said, "Yeah, let's stop somewhere and get some fuel." And he said, "All right." Well, 40 miles later, we still hadn't found anything. And he calls me on the phone and says, "Hey, man." I said, "What?" He said, "I think I'm about to run out of gas." So I said, "All right, man." So I immediately get on my phone, and I'm starting GPSing the closest gas station we can get. And he slows down to like 50 miles per hour trying to save gas, and people are all behind us.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man. And I said, "All right, man. He's 7 miles up here, take a right." And I'm GPSing us to the nearest gas station. We made it, but...
We made it. Somehow.
That's funny. I don't even remember what town that was in, but
I don't either.
We always comment on just how big this state is.
Yeah, it really is.
When you're doing a radio tour, you're going, you just go miles and miles.
Well, like you said, you're driving 90 miles, and it's just some rancher's property that you're just basically driving through, and then that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's on each side of the road.
And of course, the answer I was looking for was a little bit more rock and roll. But that's the reality of getting around. This isn't LA in the 80s. This is Texas country in 2024, man. So have enough gas to get from point A to point B in the great state of Texas. I mean, it is crazy. I've been up and down because, like I said, between here and DFW, I make that trip. I make that trip a lot. Yeah. But sometimes, you want to go through the hill country, and boy. It's like miles and miles. But it's beautiful, though. Like I said, it's really neat seeing the characteristics of each different town. And,
we see some place in just about every town that we would like to move to and live in. So.
And the people are awesome. Yeah. And you can make a living just playing in Texas.
For sure.
So big.
Yeah. So many Texas, the big ones do. I mean, they really do. It's awesome. All right, guys. Well, we're going to play the Women, Cars, Guns, and Guitar song. But first, give us all the pertinence. Give us the website, the social medias, all the great ways to get hold of you guys and all that stuff.
MojoBrothersBand.com. is for our website. Mojo Brothers Band is anything that you want to look for online.
Social media at Mojo Brothers Band.
At Mojo Brothers Band. So.
Any big shows, high profile shows you guys are looking forward to? You want to mention?
Yes, we have June 15th at Matagorda. It's the Matagorda Bay Surf and Turf Festival on June 15th down on the water. So we're looking forward to that one.
That sounds like a lot of
fun.
fun.
In Fort Worth at the Stockyards, come down to Pearls. We're down there once a month.
Yeah, next one's I think June 8th.
Now I saw you guys happen by when you guys are playing in Grapevine.
Yeah.
You guys have like a regular haunt in Grapevine in your hometown, Mark? Or?
Yeah, well, we play Will Hoyt's every once in a while, but now it's kind of like Pearls in the Stockyard. We're there once a month.
Nothing wrong with that.
That and Old Texas Brewing in Burleson.
Yeah,
That's a big one. We have a good time there.
That's a rooftop gig. It's fun. It's real cool.
The songs almost blew the wind on the roof off of it last week when we were
Now,
there.
let me get Clay's bit over there quiet. Clay, come over here for a second. What you got up your sleeve, man? What kind of new material are you holding on to for these guys? And give me some more dirt since we're wrapping this up soon.
We got a little some old school country coming out.
Oh, yeah?
Something that's kind of throwback and a little sweeter, the love stuff, love songs.
All right.
Just to try to mix it up a little bit. The whole band likes a little bit of everything, so we think a lot of people do, and so we want to have that versatility. A song for everybody. So,
I think this guy's going to keep you guys in check. I think you got a good guy here.
Yeah.
Guardian angel.
You can tell at the beginning, most of the songs are all up tempo, and the guitar's on the edge of rock and country. Because it started with most of my guitar work. Well, now we're writing traditional country. And so I've got a bunch that I need to send them to you that are straight ahead country.
Well, it sounds like you guys really kind of hit the ground running.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of times when that happens, you haven't even really defined yourself fully.
We talk about that.
So now you guys have been together. You're doing your thing. You're also in real time getting feedback from how these songs are being accepted, whether it's radio or live at the shows, and then you can really get to kind of get an idea of what you guys are, what you're capable of, and kind of test test the
and
boundaries
honestly,
a little bit.
we're still really
doing that,
really defining our sound, and I think that over the next 6 to 8 months, or even next year, it'll even congeal a little more because we've got so much song, so many things. We just throw them all together. But we've had several people tell us that y'all are starting to develop a sound that we know what that is.
Better and better studio. We're getting more efficient and learning off of each other, and so it's getting tighter and tighter in studio.
Well, it sounds like you always have got your own stories, and it sounds like it's just really gelling, and good things are happening quickly, and that's exciting to know about. So I'm excited for you guys. Well, let's go ahead and wrap up this thing with the song "Women, Cars, Guns, and Guitars." There you go. It's the Mojo Brothers Band, and see them live tonight here on the patio at Broadway 830. Man, they got some great artisan pizza. They got some really cold beers and drink specials. $4 pints tonight till 10 while they play. And with that said, we are done here with Friday Night Live. Here's a song, Mojo Brothers Band on UvaldeRadio.net. Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate you guys. Come on, guys. Come on out.
I used to raise some hell a long time ago. Now I found what I like, got my collection to show. I like strong curves, love to pull them strings. I like a good sound and play with dangerous things. I don't serve around, I don't hang out in bars. I like my women, cars, guns, and guitars. I can tune my pistol, make it shoot right. I love to tune guitars and play licks all night. I can tune my car, make it real fast. I love my girl, she makes it wanna last. I don't surf around, I don't hang out in bars. I like my women, cars, guns, and guitars. I keep my foot on the pedal, my hand on the draw. She's shooting out the window, singing ooh la la. I keep my pistol clean and my Les Paul shines. She waxes This my old hot rod man, she blows my mind. Shiny, hot, pretty, and loud. All these things make a grown man proud. I don't serve around, I don't hang out in bars. I like my women, cars, guns, and guitars. Guns